there anybody watching here? This is my first time trying the StreamYard. This is a new app I downloaded on the computer, I guess. But quick wristwatch check. I'm still, of course, wearing that Orient that's right in there. Just got in yesterday. Pretty killer piece for the price. But basically today's topic is the SKX is dead. What do you guys think about that? I think it's been a long time coming on that. I feel like Seiko's had that. Like Rob mentioned in his video last night. If you guys watch Random Rob, he mentioned I think they've had a good run. They've been around about what, like 15, 20 years. I'm not exactly sure about the amount of years on the or the numbers that they have. You guys might know down there if you want to comment down there. But basically, what I'm saying is that, like I said, the SKX is officially now dead, and they have the replacements. The SKX, the Seiko fives, are coming out. I believe, I guess this fall sometime, maybe in 2020. And from what I've seen, I'm not really that impressed by the new models that are replacing the SKX, the old SKX, anyways. I feel like they didn't really give us that much more options. Yeah, some of them are more trendy, more stylish, so to speak, I guess you could say. But basically, they didn't really give us that many more options. They gave us some, more stylish kind of dials, something kind of like what we would mod our SKX to, and they're a little more expensive. They're about $100 something more. The only thing I really saw that was any improvement over the old SKX is I believe they added the 4R36. They still have the Hardlex crystal on there on the crystal on the dial and all that. But other than that, I mean, they really didn't. And the water resistance went down from 200 meters all the way down to 100 meters, which is, I really don't get that, especially the price. That you would think they would up the water resistance as opposed to taking it down. But basically, what I'm saying is, don't panic buy the SKX. There's going to be a lot of SKXs out there available. There still are a lot of SKXs out there available. I feel like they're going to easily be able to get them here 10 years from now, even I think, because there's so many of them. I don't know the exact numbers. You guys might know the exact numbers better than I do. But the exact numbers, they probably made hundreds of thousands of them. I mean, I've got almost every example here. This is my buddy James. He saw this review the other day. The 013. This is the 38 millimeter. And then I have my 011 that I just bought here. The orange dial, which is pretty cool. And then I have the 007J. And then I have the 009, the K. That's just to show you that these are easily attainable, guys. These are not hard to get. Don't go into the panic. Is Dane Celine Drive mentioned? What's up, Dane? What's up, James? How you doing, TL Uste? I don't know how to pronounce that name. Sorry. But yeah, that's just to show you. Like, I literally have all of the models right here on my desk, except for the SKX, the 35, I believe it is. So, and that's the yellow dial, which the yellow and the orange one that I have, the orange one that I have and the yellow dial are the more rare of all the SKXs, but you can still easily attain those. I mean, I got my orange dial for like $252. That's just telling you, like I said, don't buy into the hype. Don't buy into the overpriced, the gouging that's probably going to go on. Somebody's probably going to go on eBay, try to sell their SKX for like $500-$600, which I feel like is not really a good idea. So don't buy into the hype. Let it all settle down a little bit. Like I said, they're easily attainable. You can get that from pretty much any. You can get it from almost anywhere. Excuse me. But yeah, nice. Dame, what are you guys wearing today, James and Dane? Excuse me, get some tea. The SKX A65. What I'm not familiar with that one, Dame. Which one is that one? But basically what I'm saying is don't fall into the hype of buying at a premium. Don't buy them at a premium. There's still plenty available all the sellers have them. Even if you look, probably Mark over at Long Island probably has one. And like you said, Dane, that's a good point. You can build your own. I mean, and Zelos is another point. I mean, you don't have to worry about this SKX being nice, James. The Forbes is nice, but you don't have to worry about the SKX being discontinued. There are also plenty of other options out there to buy, like Dane, Saline Driver. Nice. I love that. Love the. I have the first gen Orange Monster. I love those. I don't think those are going anywhere. I mean, those are kind of overpriced now because I don't think they made as many of those as the SKXs. I'm not completely sure on that one. But Zelos is another option. You can get Zelos for, what do you say, Dane? I mean, you can get a Zelos, like a swordfish, like I had. If you go back and look at my older videos, you can get a Zelos swordfish for like $300-400, and it has the NH35, which has hacking, hand winding, and all that. It's basically a modded Seiko, but a lot better made, a lot better quality. Besides the Zelos, there's plenty of other micros out there that have the NH35 in them, which is what we would end up modding them to anyway. So you have plenty of other options besides the SKX to buy. Yo, what's up, guy? But what are you wearing today, guy? Exactly, Dan. You can get a swordfish now for $300, and it has the NH35, the hacking, hand winding, all that. I mean, pretty much everything that you will mod it to. But yeah, 350 somewhere around there. You have Zelos. I can't even think of all the different. Right? You have Laurier. You have Ocean Crawler. I mean, you got like all kind of different micros. Nice. I like that G Shock. But you have all kind of different micros that are within that price range, that $300 price range or under. And the SKX, like I said, it's not going anywhere, even though it's discontinued. The older ones are discontinued, and we might not like the new Seiko models. They might end up growing on me. Overall, I'm not really a fan of them. The 009, yeah, that's not too bad. 009 right now, I wouldn't pay over 200, maybe 220, 230 tops on the 009. I wouldn't go crazy on that. What would you say, guy? Probably about, I'd say about 220 or so price wise. But basically, like I said, just don't buy into the hype. Just because it's discontinued doesn't really mean anything. Like I said, they made probably literally not quite millions of them, but they made hundreds of thousands of them. There's plenty of them to go around. And don't buy into the hype. Don't overpay for them. Don't overspend on them. I mean, they're going to be around for years to come, and they're solid, reliable watches. We kind of knew this was coming. It's kind of in the end of a run. I haven't really seen either guy, but I've heard that they're going up slowly. Like I've seen some on Amazon going for like the 230, 240 range, which I remember I used to be able to get one like, what were they, like 190, 220, somewhere around there. They're steadily going up, but I think that's just people going into the hype and trying to buy into the hype and trying to oversell, trying to scalp them like they always do whenever something gets discontinued, especially at Seiko. Like I said, there's plenty of other options out there also, like the Zelos. I mean, heck, you can even get like Orient. Look at this Orient over here. Like I said, I just got that Orient. I don't know if you can see that. Trying to work with the camera there. But I got the Triton there. I got that for $400. I mean, it comes with the AR sapphire crystal. It comes with in-house movement. It comes with hacking, hand winding, thread on there. The threaded crown is really killer on there, and the loom is really good. I mean, you can even get an Orient Camisu, which I actually do have an Orient Camisu on the way, which I feel like is way better than the SKX. You can get one of those for like 200. I think I paid like 240, 250, somewhere on there. So, like I said, I wouldn't worry about them going up. I wouldn't buy into the hype. Just hold your own, hold your ground. If you want to get one, wait till, give it another couple more months, and then the hype will die down, and everybody will start hopefully realizing that they made millions, probably hundreds, like I said, hundreds of thousands of them. But yeah. Anybody have any questions? I will, Dane, but I don't think we get tired of it. Like I said, I got it for mainly for the Clemson games. I wore it a little bit yesterday. Don't be hating on the purple strap. But that's basically all I had wanted to say. Is just because the SKX is dead. And yeah, James, exactly. Like I said, Orient's been stepping up their game, and I'm thinking about doing a video about Orient soon, talking about how I feel like Orient has taken the place of Seiko, like what Seiko used to be. I remember I got my first gen orange monster. It was, I can't remember, it's been about 6, 7 years ago on Amazon. I got that for like $180, which was still a buy. And yeah, guy, I mentioned the new Seiko 5 models. I'm kind of I'm waiting to see them in person. I hadn't really seen. I've seen the pictures. They look a little more on the trendy side, I guess you could say for me. I just don't. I'm not really a big fan of them as we speak of them now. Like I said, I'd have to. I can't really knock them too much. But the only thing is, they come with a less water resistance. They still have the Harlex crystal. They're more expensive than the SKX. And I get what Seiko's trying to do. They're trying to reach a younger generation, which is kind of cool. They're trying to market out to, broader horizons, I guess you could say they're trying to market out to. But they're kind of killing their main fan base, which is the hardcore watch enthusiasts. And I feel like they're kind of branching out. And like you mentioned in your video before, guy, they're starting to, all their good models. Like they have the baby Marine Master. They have which I really love that one. I'm actually thinking about getting the baby Marine Master, but they have the baby Grand Seiko. They have all these other ones that are just, they end up putting different specs on them and making them limited editions because they know their big fan base is going to buy into them. But how many of them they really sell, I don't know. Like I said, they just end up putting a few better specs on those watches, making them limited edition, and then selling them out, which I guess that's kind of good marketing, but at the same time, like I said, it's just not really what the Seiko that we know. That Seiko I feel like is changing, and I really don't think it's changing for the better. Like I said, I'm not knocking the watches at all. I still love Seiko, always will love Seiko, but I feel like now Orient is probably one that I'm probably gonna be jumping the Orient bandwagon right now because they're just one of those watches. They're just that brand is kind of reminds me of what Seiko used to be. But what grill are you saving for, Dane? Get some more tea here real quick. Um, After the Sarbs is actually, I had a Sarb. They're a really good watch. I had the 035. If you look back at my older videos, and that actually is a lot of watch for the money. Don't forget about the Alpinist either. Yeah, that Navitimer is a killer Breitling, Dane. I actually kind of, believe it or not, I kind of want an aerospace Breitling, but the Evo, but yeah, the Sarbs, they discontinued the Sarbs, they discontinued the SKX. Don't forget they discontinued the original Marine Master too, which is also a really, really killer watch, especially with price. And then they made that new Marine Master. If you've seen Bruce Williams' recent video on the new Marine Master, that's a killer piece. But for 3, 4 grand, I kind of have a hard time wrapping my head around that. Is in, especially for like a Grand Seiko and all that, like paying 3, 4. I really love the Grand Seiko, and I really love some of the GMT Grand Seikos. But the thing is, like, I just can't see myself paying that price for that GMT Grand Seiko or any of the Grand Seikos. Possibly the Grand Seiko Snowflake, I could see that. But at the same time, I kind of see myself getting an Explorer 2 Rolex or Explorer 1 or something like that over one of those Grand Seikos. That's just me personally. What are you guys' thoughts on that? But basically, that's basically all I wanted to say about the SKX. Is, like I said, they gave us some new models, and they're kind of going more towards the trendy side of that. And they're trying to market. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to market to a different market, which is pretty cool. I mean, they're trying to get non-watch people into it, but at the same time, they got to remember where their main fan base, where their main market is the hardcore watch enthusiasts. That's who bought the SKX for years. I mean, you can look at the SKX, you can look at collections. I mean, you have hardcore watch guys that have Rolex, they have You know, they have, which I mean, I hate to mention Tag. They have Tag. They have Breitling. They have all the higher end brands. They have GLC. They have Vestron, and then and a lot of those collections still have that SKX sitting in the box with them because that's just known as the hardcore beer watch. Like I said, I basically got pretty much all the SKXs here, so don't buy into that hype. But like I said, that's just one thing I just wanted to say is that they don't buy into the hype. There's been hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of those pieces made. So we will be able to get those for years to come, and they'll be able to easily be serviced. And if not serviced, we can always modify them too. Exactly, guys. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You got SKX, and then you also have the Submariner right next to it. I mean, it's got a place in almost everybody's collection. And I think Seiko sees that, but they're just trying to market to a different, I guess, a different generation, one of the new generations, I guess, which is kind of cool. They're trying to get that generation into watches, but like I said, at the same time, I think they kind of forgotten their main kind of base. Like I said, I feel like Orient, even though Orient is, I think they're are they a sister company to Seiko? I think the same company owns Orient and Seiko. I believe it's Epson or something like that. It's called, but I don't think they're the exact same company. But I feel like Orient is definitely up in their game in the quality and for what you get for the price. So I feel like if you're getting kind of tired of Seiko, go and check out some more Orients. And they're starting to come out with, like I said, a lot of different stuff, like the Triton I'm wearing now, and I have the Canvasu on the way. Look for a review on that, and some other stuff I got coming for the channel. My buddy Bryce, you probably know him as Jeep Dad over in the forums. He sent me a couple Scurfas. I don't know. Have you ever heard of Scurfa, guy? But he sent me a couple Scurfas. They're kind of like a grab and go. They're like a hardcore dive watch. They're actually started by diver enthusiasts. It's mainly like a husband and wife kind of team that owns the company, runs the company, and they're not overly expensive, like a couple €100, I think. But they're really really killer pieces. I'm looking forward to checking those out. And do people on this chain have more? Sorry, I'm reading. Yeah, I have more. Like I said, I have the 011, which is more of a. This is a different version. This is kind of a love it or hate it. You got to really like orange to like it. And then I have the 007J, really versatile piece. And then I have the 009. This is the K model. I bought this from the scratch and dent section over in Long Island. I'm eventually going to have this one modded. Not sure if I'm going to do it myself or send it over to Random Rob to have it modded. And then James, that's on here, he's in the comments too. I still have his 013 here, which that's a really killer piece, James. I really like the size of that. This is the 38 mil 013. If you have a smaller, definitely suggest this. Definitely suggest this. He has the aftermarket bezel on there and the strap code Jubilee on there, which is really really cool. Yeah, Dan, I know you really like the orange too because of the Gators. But anyways, guys, I think I'm about to get off here. I think I've said what I've had to say. You guys got any comments, any input on the SKX being discontinued? Yeah, what do you think about it being discontinued, James? But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys coming on here for this live stream I did. This is the first one I've had. Exactly, Dane. That's why I'm saying don't panic just because the SKX is dead. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting that strap code for my Orient, James. But yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. The supply chain is nearly endless. Even though they're discontinuing, I'm sure they still have probably hundreds, at least 100,000 or so in the factory right now that are being made or being getting ready to be shipped out right now. So thanks, James. I'll catch you later, man. But anyways, guys, appreciate you guys coming on. I will catch you guys next time. All right. Peace.